Something to understand about this vehicle, this is the top trim, and the lower trims have a different rear suspension system. So this one has a linked system, and the lower trims have a torsion bar in the back. So it's a little bit better in the handling. I don't think the average person would even notice, but just want to point that out, that the top trim actually does have a separate, different suspension system. It's not just like, you know, added features inside the vehicle or something like that. So when I first started driving, or I was about to drive this vehicle, I anticipated that it'd probably be a frustrating driving experience as far as the power, you know, 3-cylinder engine, not very big, but how they put it together, with the turbocharger and the transmission, for almost every scenario, just kind of normal driving, unless you're like top speed in the highway and you have to pass at a rapid rate for whatever reason, then it kind of struggles. But just normal driving around, zipping through town on the back roads like this and out on the highway, it hasn't been an issue at all. It's actually been pleasurable. Some vehicles, you know, it's like kind of frustrating because you just don't feel like you have enough power, and it feels like you just constantly, you know, just feel too weak, you know. This one's okay. I mean, it's not like a fast, powerful race car vehicle or anything, but you just feel like you can handle almost any situation. You set the cruise control, and with the adaptive cruise control system, the lane system kind of doesn't really do a whole lot. I mean, it just lets you know if you're going over the lane. But so let's just kind of let go of it here, see what happens. Yeah, good. It gives a little nudge there, but now it's you know, kind of wandering. So yeah, it's not really a lane holding system. It's more like a nudge you back to the center type system. But yeah, that's not a big deal. But the adaptive cruise control works good. That's really good for highway use and bumper to bumper traffic and stuff like that. And all that works fine. And it has a not overly, the steering response is not overly light. Like, it has a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a sporty feel, I guess. You know, you can feel the road, you can feel it. A little bit of resistance there. The engine's not overly loud either. I don't know if you could probably hear it because the camera kind of makes everything seem louder than what it is, but it's not obnoxious. Same thing with the road noise and the wind noise. It's relatively subdued. I mean, it's fairly quiet in here. It doesn't sound like a cheap, loud vehicle. It feels pretty good. It sounds good. It feels good. I was, you know, kind of impressed, especially for the price point. So this is the top trim. So this is like $32,000. But why this vehicle is interesting is you can actually get, I think it's like $24,000 starting out. So that's a pretty good price for pretty much any vehicle nowadays. So if the lower trim is anything like this one, as far as the noise and the ride quality and everything, I know it's going to have the torsion beam in the back, which is not a big deal because like a lot of vehicles have that. But you know, so yeah, if it's anything like this vehicle, then, you know, it'd be a pretty good option. And looking at the difference in the features between the trims, it seems like the base model still has a lot of, you know, a lot of good options there. It doesn't have the adaptive cruise control and blind spot detection system and stuff like that, but it still has a lot of features, and I'll have those listed in the description of this video, maybe a link to, you know, more information compiled to make it a little bit easier to find, because it seems the website's a little bit kind of hard to navigate sometimes, trying to see it like an actual difference between the trims. At high speeds, the small engine handles it. I don't hear any kind of engine noise. It's not like it's struggling. Doesn't feel like it's loud or revving up too high or struggling, and feels like it's at a comfortable RPM level, and handles the hills fine. So let me know what you think about it in the comments. It's one of those type of vehicles that, you know, yes, there are compromises, but for the amount of money that you can get a vehicle like this for, it's pretty much could be definitely worth it for a lot of people. The compromises aren't really a big deal. It's a really solid looking vehicle, and it's very presentable. You know, you can kind of like, you can go to a job interview and you can pull up and you can feel fine, you know, pulling up in this vehicle. It looks really good. It looks like it just, as far as the looks, it kind of punches above its weight type thing. Yeah, so that was surprising to me. It looks good, it feels good. Externally, you know, the design is nice and very functional as far as the hatchback and the back seats. You know, lots of room getting in and out of the back seats. The cargo area, you know, functional safety features here, and just overall, I think it's a great vehicle. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.